Stormwood and Associates is a production of the Nerd and Tie Podcast Network. For more podcasts from actual play to true crime to witchcraft, go to nerdandtie.com or join our community on Discord by finding an invite at nerdandtie.com/discord. Over 100 years ago, the dark wizard Hollowell prophesied his return, but Sheriff Aesop Stormwood swore his descendants would stop him. He created Stormwood and Associates with the sole purpose of defeating Hollowell in the future. It failed. Now the young Raz Stormwood and her friends have been framed for a crime they didn't commit, and they've escaped to the Morris Halata Underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive operating on the edge of society. If you have a problem, they can solve it. But don't get in their way, or else you might get caught in the eye of the storm. Stormwood and Associates stars Gen Proc as Raz Stormwood, Nick Izumi as Bill Carpathia, Kyle Johnson as Tristan Babbitt, and Trey Dorn as NK and Kel O'Reilly. Previously on Stormwood and Associates, the Stormwood team has been hired by a former journalist who had exposed a juicing scandal in spell fighting, professional magic fighting as a sport, and because even though he's been retired for quite some time, out of nowhere he's been getting threats from a bunch of former spell fighters, and turns out the threats were real because they came to kill him and are currently attacking the Stormwood headquarters. The fight so far has been a little up and down, but the team seems to be holding their own. Also, frankly, just like having a vampire is useful.
Okay, let's see. Babbitt's looking really haggard. Who else is looking real bad right now?
NK, but she's under.
Yeah, I'm way away from you. NK's way away from you. Mara's hurt, but Mara's got her own healing method that does damage.
I was about to say, would I be able to shoot would I be able to shoot a healing mist over at NK or?
I don't know. Do we ever I don't know if the rules explicitly say you have to. It doesn't say you have. Yeah, you've never had to be in contact, but usually you've had to be fairly close to the person. We've never established the range for your healing spell.
That's true.
I'm just saying, Babbitt is more in the line of fire.
Mm-hmm.
Babbitt's more exposed right now, and he's on the same side of the room as you, because Babbitt...
He doesn't have to use magic to heal.
Yeah, Babbitt can do healing stuff.
Yeah.
And right now, actually, Raz, you can do healing stuff also.
Yes, I can.
I'm just saying that between NK and Babbitt, Babbitt's the one who would be easier for you to heal.
All right. I'm gonna throw the stinky, the vaguely unpleasant smelling but effective healing mist in Babbitt's direction.
So it's 1d6 plus your level.
It's weirdly sterile smelling. 6.
Okay.
So Babbitt gets 6 health back.
Yeah.
Uncomfortably sterile.
I mean, that actually is just because that takes Babbitt to 14, which means that one of these 10-point things that we've been slammed with would actually not knock him down. So actually, like, that is just exactly 1 point enough to, like, make a big difference on a round.
Still got it.
Okay, Raz, what are we gonna do? This, we got this Caleb guy. He's looking messed up.
Yep.
Greta is scared out of her mind, and the orcish lady is, I'm assuming Greta. Like, the halfling just looks like a Greta. And this orc lady is frozen, and so Caleb, do we want to hit this stupid elf guy, or do we want to hit the halfling? I don't think we should hit the orc lady because she ain't moving around yet.
Yeah. We can hit the elf guy again.
You just want to, like, slam him with some lightning?
Sure.
Okay, so we can do this, like, real fancy looking, because, like, as a misdirect, we can make it look like it's coming out of the hawk.
Oh, yes.
So, like, we can have the hawk dive bomb, but really we're going to be using, like, lightning to, like, shoot out of the hawk's mouth.
Yes. Like a laser hawk, but with lightning.
A lightning hawk, in fact.
A lightning hawk.
Yeah, let's do that.
So we do that.
Okay.
Hawk dives down out of the air, shoots, and it looks like it's shooting lightning right in Caleb's face.
All right.
And so that's the Raz, whatever your level plus range is.
8 damage.
And Caleb is down. Is the hawk now going to try?
Now
to
the
do
hawk
anything?
gets to go.
Yeah.
You want to attack? So yeah. So do we go after the halfling or the orc? Go with the halfling.
Go after the halfling.
So now we get to roll this, like, anemic attack stat. So 1d10 plus 2.
It's gonna be a 9.
Does a 9 hit the halfling?
No, it does not.
So it just spooks her some more.
But yeah, I was gonna say, like, it's just really,
He goes
like,
and, like,
psychologically
flashes electric
torturing
things in
this
her
woman. She's been picked up by she's got dropped, and now, like, there's this electric hawk swooping at her, and while it misses her, it's like oh, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Pretty great.
That takes us to Babbitt, right?
Yes. See. So we've got now Greta and Brenna. That's it? Okay. Then,
Just the ladies left.
yeah. She's just, like, scared on the floor, and Brenna's, immobile. So he's not gonna, I guess, attack them right now. He's gonna heal himself, I guess.
He's gonna heal himself? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I mean, because he's also capable of, like, crossing this, like, entire building on a turn if he wanted to, like, heal somebody else.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, sure, why not? He'll take a run and slide underneath that
Yeah. She's just, like, on the ground under the truck.
and start like just bandaging her up.
All right. How does medical attention work again? Like, how's the medic skills? Let's
Got that.
pull that up in the book. That's not on the website. That's in the book. No, I went too far. I'm in the combat system pages.
There we go. Here it is.
Medic. So, medical
1d10
attention.
plus level.
Yeah,
I think.
1d10 plus your level.
Okay. So 10.
Oh, that's very nice. Thank you.
Yeah. This is fucked up.
This is fucked up, right?
This is really fucked up.
This is better than the last time we fought them. an hour ago.
Really? Wow.
Well,
That's
we're
fucked
winning
up.
this time.
Yes. It's because there's more of us, I guess.
Also, Mara's really fucking scary.
She's really fucking scary.
I'm really glad she's on our side.
Yeah. Is she, though?
I don't know.
For now.
She made a big thing about, like, the job. And she didn't even know who the client was until 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
All right, so that brings us to Izo, doesn't it?
Yep.
All right.
So there's the scared halfling on the ground and the frozen orc.
Oh wow. With them. So the orc can't fight back at all, and the halfling is already on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Izo, sweet move. Izo is going to take his katana, drop it almost so that the blade is facing the bottom end of his hand, the hilt facing upward, does one swift motion to remove the halfling's head, and then puts the sword back into the sheath in one fluid motion.
I don't know if he can
Okay.
do enough damage to actually behead the halfling. That's the problem.
Okay,
I think
but
he
can we-
technically cannot behead the halfling.
Okay, so he can't behead the halfling, but can he loop on the third this? That's what I'm asking. I want to Goemon Ishikawa this situation.
I don't know what any of that means.
You're gonna have to. So clearly, he's like gonna dramatically like stab the halfling, is what you're saying.
Or at
Uh-huh.
least try to slice through her.
Slice, not really a stab, more of a slice, and then immediately return the blade to the sheath.
That's a sweet move.
Yes.
Okay, I vote that it works.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, and part of me wishes this wasn't an audio show so you could see my face.
Well, the problem is, so like
I'm
all the
shocked.
Izo's not the nice guy like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Izo
I
tried to
remind-
kill us when we met him.
He also was an assassin
Yeah.
during.
No, it's
Okay.
He's
our
not a nice-
NPCs
on
are
me. I
literal
forgot.
monsters. Our NPC
I
like
forgot.
friends are literal monsters. All right, we have a vampire and an assassin. So all right, so that would be we all voted that it works.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be his melee plus level damage.
Yeah. Okay. So that's 9.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
He's quite
if
messed
this
up.
was fodder, if it was a fodder character, Nick, you 100% would have could have easily taken someone's head off. You just have to do enough damage to reach that point. So we're at NK?
Yes.
Yeah, because Caleb's down. The elf Caleb. All right, so I'm gonna pull myself out from underneath the truck and just kind of saunter over to and look at Greta the halfling, who I'm assuming is not looking great.
She's looking quite bad.
So I'm gonna do this as a sweet move because it looks cool. I'm just gonna walk. So this is. I'm just gonna saunter over, walk up, squat down, and whisper, "He just shouldn't have come," and then pistol whip her on the head.
Yes.
Technically, I'm knocking her out. I want to be very
Okay.
clear. This is non-lethal damage.
Yep. It
Uh,
is non-lethal damage. It would be anyway.
Because this is my level plus my melee, which is 6 damage,
Yep.
which I'm assuming knocks out Greta.
She is knocked out.
That just
And
leaves
Brenna.
Brenna is all that's up.
Yep.
Does she roll a 10?
And she is still immobile.
That brings us to Mara.
Yep.
Mara's going to drop down from the ceiling and try to feed off of Brenna.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll my little d10 here. She only takes 1.
Ah, fuck. Fine, I give up.
Hey, fine. Sorry, it's Mara's still on her. That was me attempting to do. Oh, yeah. It's fine to give up. She's giving up, Mara.
She's giving up.
You can let
And
go.
Please don't talk with your mouth full.
Mara unbites. And Kate just kind of tips her head. You know, you kind of really shouldn't have let us get away the first time.
Yeah. You really shouldn't have followed us here.
You caught us off guard the first time. That was on us.
We don't take kindly to people breaking into our place, though.
I mean,
Twice.
You were a lot easier the first time.
Yeah, no, we weren't ready for you, but you know, I admit we thought we were just dealing with that idiot Bodhi, who it's good to know he's still on his way to Russia.
Yeah, should be nice this time of year.
Didn't know there were more people coming, so I admit that that's on us. I should have done more research before. But like, you really shouldn't have come here. It's really important that people don't know about this location. So now we have to decide what to do with you. Because now you have information I'm not really fond of being out there.
What information?
And Kate gestures, like, arms out around the home where you're standing.
This place exists? So what?
You are not even remotely a threat compared to what we're dealing with.
You know, they say the only cure for stupidity is death. I'd like to help them become smarter.
Ezo, shut up. You can kill someone tomorrow. Or maybe later today. I don't know. We haven't decided what we're doing yet, but, you know, just... I was doing a thing, and you ruined the thing.
He shrugs.
Yeah, you don't shrug at me. You're using my Netflix account. I can change the password.
Don't you dare.
I know you've been watching Great British Bake Off. You will never find out whether or not there was a soggy bottom or not.
Don't you dare.
Don't test me. All right.
So fine, what are you going to do with me?
I mean, what do you think about Russia?
Nope.
It's real nice this time of year.
You got friends? Also, can I just honestly ask, why'd you make a fake Bodhi? Like, what was literally the point of that? Like,
yeah.
He's... Like... What was the actual point?
He was effective at, like...
Yeah, but you could,
bursting through a window. And making you guys think you were up against more than you were.
How'd that work out for you? Making us think we were up against more than we were, so we...
Yeah, we honestly didn't have to bring out as many guns as we did, but...
I guess
Yeah.
I couldn't have possibly known that you had some sort of insane demon monster.
Not a demon. Well, I don't think I'm a demon. Am I a demon?
No.
Eyes go back to normal, ears go back down. I'm just... technically I never asked, like, because, like, in some people think I think I've still got a soul. I'm sure you have a soul.
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't really want to double check that.
I don't want to find out.
Yeah, but we're sure that you have one.
I mean, like, if
Don't
not,
worry.
we could go get a one. You know, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I'm pretty sure, like, we could find on the black market another soul stone. Someone went to it, give her a soul.
What the fuck are you guys doing?
I know a guy who learned Kenjutsu from a Tengu.
I don't know what any of those words mean, Izo.
Yeah, that's neither here nor there, Izo. Just hush up. Okay. So what are we gonna do? Are we gonna fly out like this whole group of people to Russia? Are we gonna?
I mean, we could, I got a guy. He makes good papers. We could just make some morps, put them in suitcases, ship them to Russia. Bill,
You're not shipping us to Russia.
Why?
Yeah, what's
Why
wrong
would-
with Russia? It's great.
No.
They got that whole, like, they've got their own magic fighting leagues that nobody cares about juicing.
Plus, you get to hang out with Morp. Everybody loves Morp.
We can make you
Okay.
well, I mean, like, the morps are just if they're not willing to go willingly.
I'm gonna call it like a team meeting. My team, everybody huddle up. You and I point at the York lady like, sit tight.
I mean, she can't really sit right now. She's kind of frozen standing.
Yeah, I know. That's the joke.
Can I eat
It
her?
was funny.
Can I eat her?
No, you come
I don't
here.
have to, like,
No one's killing
I
or
don't-
eating
I
right
didn't
now.
say kill. I mean, I just, like, it, okay, so I didn't realize.
I was trying to
until-
cover all my bases.
Look,
Izo's
I
here
didn't
too.
realize that people tasted good fresh, okay? Like, I get it.
Guys. And I assume we're all like in our nice little huddle.
I mean, the orc's
Are
got
we-
a lot of blood, okay? Like, she can
I get
make
that. I get
do
that.
with, like, a
Also,
little bit
how
less.
many of the orcs team did we actually like murder? Did we murder anybody?
Are you asking
they all
me,
just
or are you
knocked
asking?
Yeah, I think we're just asking the GM, are they unconscious or are they
They're all
dead?
unconscious.
Okay.
They're like us. They're wearing death-proof wards, probably.
Yes.
You can buy them from...
That is like the first thing that you do when you're a professional spell fighter.
And you can get black market ones for $20 from at the Taco Shack. Mikhail literally sells them.
So team.
Some restaurants have a secret menu with, like, food items. The secret menu at Mikhail's, at Fred's Bar and Taco Shack, is death-proof wards.
Oh my gosh, that's brilliant. Okay. So, we need really an army to go up against Hollowell, right?
Basically.
Are you asking us to recruit these morons?
If you want to recruit these morons. I mean, they're morons, but they're pretty strong morons.
I'm about to say,
You know,
to be
boss,
fair,
boss,
they're
boss,
morons who
boss,
almost
boss,
killed
boss,
us.
boss. You know, if you went and plugged me back in, I could actually help negotiate this.
Oh, yeah, let me do that.
Oh
Be
yeah,
right
we
back.
should go. We should go back there and tell him he's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Bill, Babbitt, make sure Mara doesn't eat the orc.
Come
Come
on,
on,
she's
AK.
got so much blood. She's not using all of it.
She's
You've got
definitely
so much
using.
blood.
We're not. No.
I could
Just no.
take so much blood from her and she'd be fine.
That is not how this works.
So
First-
NK and I head back to the safe room.
Yep. Beep boop pop. Door.
Is it open?
I mentally hug
door
Kel
opens.
one more time and
Black space, hug him.
yep, I plug him back in.
Oh yeah, so good news.
Okay.
Right now we are negotiating with Brenna to figure out what our plans are right now, but she's immobilized and we've kind of knocked out the rest of her people and they should be down for at least an hour. So you should
Well,
stay
You're safe.
Okay.
So right now everything's fine, but we're going to keep you back here just in
Oh.
case things go sideways out there during negotiations. Just to make sure you're safe. But right now everything like it's looking up.
All right. Great.
Worst case scenario, we've got to kill them. But, I'd rather not do that. Right? Like you'd be against
Right.
that, right? Like that would upset you if we did that, right?
I mean, you do what you have to do. I guess.
I mean, the good news is that it turns out that the Bodhi Beeman who showed up at the apartment was just a fake, and that we really did ship him to Russia. So,
What? What? I'm confused.
we told him we shipped Bodhi Beeman to Russia.
Yeah, I know. What do you mean? He was a fake?
So the Bodhi Beeman who showed up at the apartment was just an artificial construct that they wanted to like mess with us psychologically.
Oh.
Yeah, no. So, that he dissolved into goop. That was
He
fun.
was a goop man.
So, the real Bodhi Beeman is on his way to Russia. So,
Goopy little man.
but so we're gonna go back out there and negotiate. I just wanted to give you an update because I know you've been back here and I don't know what you can hear. You probably can't hear anything back here.
No.
So, the good news is that we're really scary. So, but we're working for you. Okay?
Okay.
We're on your
Okay.
side. All right, so you just sit tight, and if you get bored with the Game Boy games, I do have a Neo Geo Pocket with King of Fighters over on the shelf.
I don't know what any of that means, but okay.
Okay. And we go back out and close the safe room. And Kel materializes in holographic form. Okay, great. So, I can't smell things anymore, but I think that's to my benefit because it turns out it does not smell great in here. It's kind of this, like, dusty garage smell. I mean, who would have thought that this literal garage smelled like a dusty garage? Hi! Orc
Hey,
lady, I've been here the whole time.
This is fucked up.
Does she recognize my face? Does it weird her out? Does she know who I look like? That's really sad. That's really sad for you, because this is would be such a mind fuck if you did know. I mean,
It might
really.
be for the better. If they knew, it would make this a lot worse.
Would it though? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess they saw Mara, so it would probably be, I don't know, more or less scary. I don't know. It's so weird. I guess nobody knows what this face looks like. I guess everybody saw him when he was older, so I guess anything's in the book, in any pictures and books wouldn't look like this. That's his whole freaking plan. All right. So are we trying to recruit? Are we doing that? Is that what we're doing, boss? Raz?
Well, I was gonna ask the team
Okay.
what y'all thought about the idea of recruiting them, because I mean, it could be handy against him.
I mean, I could.
Why would you recruit cretins who tried to kill you? Ezo, seriously?
I don't know, Ezo.
Fair
We
point.
recruited you, and you tried to kill us.
We recruited Mara, and she tried to kill us. We have a habit of doing this.
Not
Literally,
our main thing, really.
literally. I mean, look at
Strategy.
and Mara wasn't even a quarter this scary when we met her.
Yeah.
I mean, oh, we should Yeah, no. Oh yeah, Mara, be careful on the couch. There's a ward on the bottom. It's not active, but don't ever accidentally power up the couch. Why would I power up the couch? No reason. Just don't do it.
Don't power up the couch.
Okay.
Just don't.
All right. So yeah, are we gonna try to talk to these people? I mean,
We might as well. I'm still kind of unclear on why they were trying to kill our,
Because he ruined their careers.
No,
and it was so important to them that they had to go and try to kill him.
3 years later. So I gotta ask you.
3 years later.
I gotta ask
3
you,
years after the fact.
ma'am, if you don't mind, I understand I'm a semi-transparent hologram. It's a little weird, but I have a question for you. Can you please just honestly answer? Why did you wait 3 years to go after this guy? That's so weird.
Well, I mean, he obviously, the spell fighting is a heavily, federally regulated thing. So
yeah, sure.
After the whole thing, we, lost access to our medication, and believe it or not, without Adderall, you can't. It's hard to be, focused and be able to plan things and have motivation.
Yeah, you can just buy Adderall off a high schooler, right?
Don't encourage that.
No, I'm just saying, I could find you a dealer in 15 minutes, in Morris here. I will tell you, there's a guy who hangs out in the back of the Click Clack Club that who pretty much sells pretty much any pretty much any pharmacy level restricted substance, anything you need. You probably get you Adderall for not that much money.
Right, but it's still tough to even get motivated to do that.
Then what got you motivated to come to Morris Halata?
We finally managed to get our medication back.
Who provided it to you?
After a few years, it was just it was fine then.
No, so I'm sorry. I understand. Maybe I'm just maybe it's a little too complicated for someone like me, and maybe you can just maybe I'm just too simple for this sort of thing. But so you're telling me. So the illegal violations of stuff that you were doing in the spell fighting was you were using Adderall, right? That's
yes.
All right.
It helps us focus, so we can use our magic more.
Right.
Potently.
No. So that's okay. That's great. I understand. But so that's against spell fighting rules, apparently.
Yes.
It's super bad form.
Okay. Cool. All right. Great. So you got kicked out of spell fight, and then you ended up doing what? What have you been doing for 3 years for food, money, etc.? Were you just living off of savings, or were you doing other stuff?
We were athletes. We had money.
Okay. So now you sat around for 3 years with no access to Adderall, right? That's what you're saying?
Essentially, yes.
And you had no one who was providing you with the Adderall to start with?
Our doctors.
Right. And you couldn't get any of them to... You were suddenly, didn't have any leftover Adderall, and after you got kicked, and didn't take that time window to go find a new arrangement to have access to it.
I don't know if you are familiar with the symptoms of ADHD, but it's hard to be motivated to do anything.
Right, but you weren't out of medication initially, right? You would have still had some.
No, it was confiscated by the federal government for our violations.
Wow. war on drugs really took a
Okay.
turn.
Okay. So so you're telling me throughout the 3 years, you had no access to Adderall and did not feel motivated, and because you didn't feel motivated enough to go get it, right? And so that explains why you didn't do anything for a while, right? That's what you're saying?
Right.
But then you had access to it again, and that's when you planned to revenge, correct?
Yeah, that's right. I mean,
How
the planning was sort of,
you,
ongoing throughout the
right. It's but clearly like the who provided you with Adderall?
doctors.
No, I mean after 3 years.
Eventually, they just said it was okay. We could have our medication again.
And you didn't think that was weird.
Why would that be weird?
Well, think about it. You are 5 disgraced spellfighters who have been kicked from the league and had their medication confiscated, and just suddenly, after 3 years, they decide that all 5 of you get your drugs again. That they...
It's a setup.
You don't think that's suspicious?
I mean, maybe.
That somebody didn't want you to do something? I mean, look, it's shitty that like you didn't have access to ADHD medication throughout these 3 years. I mean, although it's like a little irresponsible of you to then go try to murder somebody, right? Like that's not great. But
More
like,
than a little.
But I will say that if you have, a legitimate need for Adderall to focus enough to like do any sort of organization, then it sucks that you were cut off. But don't you think it's strange that that somehow you went from being completely denied this medication for 3 years to suddenly being allowed to have it? That there isn't some sort of plot?
When you're framing it like that, I guess maybe it sounds weird, but no, it seems fine to me.
Why does it seem fine to you? How do you frame it in any other way?
That we had a punishment and then that stopped.
But why would it stop?
I don't know.
These are the questions you gotta ask, lady.
You gotta think about these things before you go on murder sprees.
Who is using you? Did they know that, like, they had to have known, right? Like, that you guys would go after this former journalist.
I don't know.
By the way, have the rest of you asked him why he retired from journalism? Huh?
No.
NK?
Oh, what?
Raz? Bill?
Didn't really cross my mind.
I
Probably should have done that.
Because he went into hat making.
He went into hat making. Oh, did you ask him, like, why he quit a career that he was apparently so good at to go into hats? To open a haberdashery?
Because I thought we did ask him. Because he said, like, he was getting, like, threats and stuff.
But he was getting threats. He was getting threats
here. Catching up with him, now that I think about it.
He was getting threats here after he'd already owned the hat shop. How long have you guys been going after this guy? Like, I'm sorry, the ma'am. What's your name again?
Brenna?
Brenna? Sorry. You're a lovely woman. How long have you been going after how long have you been going after Mr. Dodds? My accent's slipping. I'm so sorry. How long have you been going after Mr. Dodds?
I mean, like actively, just
actively, like
just in the last week, we got together and decided, and we came together and came here. We're doing some reconnaissance, and then fucking Bodhi loses his patience and throws a brick through the dude's window.
So is that the only threat you guys have, like, made, though? Is just Bodhi with the brick?
Yeah.
That escalated really quickly. Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Stormwood & Associates is a production of Nerd and Tie. You can find more information at nerdandtie.com/Stormwood. You can also find us on social media at Nerd and Tie on Twitter, nerdandtie.tumblr.com, and facebook.com/nerdandtie. This podcast can be subscribed to on anywhere that major podcasts are found: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and quite a few other places, and anywhere that takes an RSS feed as well. To be continued. Hey, while you're still here, let me tell you about another podcast on the Nerd and Tie Network. And that's Let's Be Legendary. Let's Be Legendary, the Fey Wild West, is a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play game. So, an actual play game like this one, but like, in a system people actually use in the real world. Set in a homebrew Wild West steampunk world, the Fey Wild West follows two people discovering what it means to be in a relationship, all the while seeking revenge and learning the truth of their pasts. Let's Be Legendary podcast is an LGBTQ+ podcast with both main and minor characters, as well as players falling under the queer blanket. A heavy RP game with a focus on story and characters. And you can hear it every week here on the Nerd and Tie Network, and you can find all of their subscription information and links at nerdandtie.com/legendary.